Just going to do a quick video here on a 2010 Chevy Equinox 2.4 Ecotech. This is going to be the same information for like a Malibu with the 2.4 as well. The HHRs and a few others had the same engine. Basically, the customer's complaint is a check engine light, and the code is a P0011. Now, what that code basically represents is an issue with the cam phasing on the exhaust bank. So if you look, adjust the light here. So this is your intake bank in the front because your intake manifold's on the front, exhaust in the back, exhaust is on the back. So you have this cam phaser solenoid here. This one's exhaust, this one's intake. Now 90% of the time with these and this code, you have a bad solenoid, and when you remove these, you'll have a lot of debris on the screens. Just kind of oil varnish and stuff builds up. Sometimes the screens collapse, and these were really just a known failure from the factory. But if you look closely, you can see someone's already replaced the intake phaser, phaser solenoid, I'm sorry. So, two things there. One being, they may have had this code already and someone replaced the wrong solenoid. Two being, well, I always recommend replacing both of these solenoids as a pair. And I actually seen a technical service bulletin about this in the past. So that's where I got that information from. So anytime you have either a P0011 or a P0014, go ahead and replace these in a pair is my recommendation, and that's fixed 95% of these that I've had. I've really only had one or two that went further than this, but they kind of were a little bit obvious to begin with. They had some timing chain noise, but definitely if you have a P0014 or a P0011, check these solenoids, and like I said, in my opinion, you always want to replace them both as a pair. You can definitely see someone only did one, and now you have a code for the other one. I don't know the history, if they went ahead and replaced the wrong one, or if the first one failed and now a short period later the other one fails. Again, another reason to replace them both at the same time. These are pretty simple to replace. It's just a 10mm bolt. I do like to go ahead and vacuum any kind of residue for you don't drop anything down in there. It is important to keep that clean, and yeah, I go ahead and put a little bit of oil on the O-ring when you install your new one. So just some information for you guys. Like I said, replace them as pairs and just make sure you don't drop any debris down in there. And you know, if you want to inspect yours before buying new ones, that's not a bad idea. That's what I always do. Is I'm going to go ahead and pull these out, look at the screens, and see if I can go ahead and test and find any obvious fault. A lot of times when I ohm them out, we'll say this one will ohm out correctly, and the one that's throwing a code will be opened, so there's no circuit at all, so it tells you the coil went bad in it. Again, these things fail a multitude of different ways. Sometimes they fail electrically, where they go open. Other times they fail mechanically, where the screens collapse. So there's just a lot of things that causes issues with these. So hopefully this helps you guys, and I'm going to go ahead with further testing on this one and get it fixed up. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions. Thanks.